Got it. Sorry, just a sec. There we go. Okay. Well, it is my birthday today, everybody. And Cameron Strickland, all the way from Newfoundland, has very kindly called me up on Zoom to wish me a happy birthday. He also has a request. He wants to meet a friend of mine who I have right here. His name is Angus. And Angus, don't be shy. It's just the Zoom audience. It's mostly Cameron and his Zoom audience. What's a Zoom audience? Well, the Zoom audience is on the other side of the screen here. Oh, on the other side of that right there? Yeah, on the other side of that. Hi, everybody. Hi, Cameron. I'm Angus the Fraggle. Nice to meet you. Oh, guess what? This guy right here, he's having a birthday today. You'll never guess how old he is. He's really, really old. He is. How old are you again? I'm. Oh, he's afraid to tell me, but I'm going to tell you what he just whispered. He says he's 61. What? 61? Holy cow, you're old. I know, I'm old. Hey, Cameron, how old are you?
19.
19. See, you should be 19, and that way you can be as good looking as Cameron is. Right now, you're an old looking guy. 61. Sheesh. This guy's 61, everybody. 61. Thanks. Thanks, Angus. You're welcome. So, Cameron, what are you doing today?
Well, I have a present for you, Mike,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you, Angus. You know why?
I, th- well, I, oh, I think he's got a surprise there. What is it?
Well, this is a painting I made for you.
Oh my gosh, a painting for me? Let's see.
Ta-da!
Whoa, that's fantastic. Hey, that's me. He made a painting of me. Oh, I just love that, Cameron. I think that's terrific. Thank you. Thank you for painting that. Isn't that terrific? Yes, it's terrific. Wow, it's green just like me, and he's got. Yep, he's got all the parts. Hey, that's fantastic. You're a very talented artist, Cameron. Very talented indeed.
Thanks, Angus.
Can you folks out in Zoom land see what Cameron painted there? Yep, there we go. Angus the Fraggle. Cool. Thanks, Cameron.
You're welcome. You're gonna come over to my house, Angus.
I am?
You are. And you're gonna give me this painting for you.
I am?
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to make plans for that sometime, I guess. I don't know. That might be kind of difficult, Cameron. We might just have to do it by Zoom, just like this.
And I hope you're gonna be doing this. Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
This will be a perfect gift for you, Mike.
I think so too. I can email you Mike's address and you could send it in the mail. Would you like to do that?
All right. I should post it. I should take a picture of this painting and post it and unwrap and wrap it on this package for you.
I think that would be fantastic. That's the best birthday present I've ever had. Cameron, Thank you so much. You have warmed my heart.
Well, Angus, where are you born?
I was born in Halifax.
You have a birth date.
I do. It's April. No, it's February 29th.
February 29th.
Yes. And that means that I only have a birthday every 4 years. And that means I'm really old too. Hey, I might be 61.
Hey, who made you?
Oh, I'm made by a puppet maker who lives in Nova Scotia. His name is Terry Angus. And that's why I call myself Angus. I call myself after Terry's name, Terry Angus. Terry used all kinds of mixed up pattern pieces and hair colors and stuff to make me. I'm the shape of Gobo. I'm the color of Boober, and I've got Gobo's hair, but it's sort of Hulk green.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mike Peterson, Angus, why don't you come over to my house for a visit?
Someday we will try our best to come to your house, Cameron. I can't make any promises, but we certainly will try. Okay?
Okay.
Well, listen, we got to go because I'm just looking at the clock here and I've got all kinds of other festivities to attend. So, can I thank you from the bottom of my Fraggle heart for that great birthday present that you gave to me, Cameron? It really, really means a lot.
You're welcome.
Okay, my friend. Well, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Okay, Cameron?
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
And off he goes. I think he enjoyed that, Cameron. And I want to thank you also for the lovely greeting on my birthday. You thought to call me. That's very thoughtful of you. And I love the painting that you did of my Fraggle. Thank you.
Well, as I was saying, welcome to the second episode of Cameron's Nostalgia Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strickland. Today, I have with me Mike Peterson.
Hi, everybody.
And Mike is a puppeteer and actor. He worked on Fraggle Rock with my idol Jim Henson, Labyrinth, The Mighty Jungle, Chibi and Binu, the new series, Miss Persona, and a lot of the movie stuff. And he's here right now.
And the reason that Cameron has me on his show today is because today's my birthday, August 24th. I was born in 1962. I'm 61 years old. I grew up from a different era when television was a lot simpler and a lot gentler. I grew up watching shows like Mr. Dress Up and The Friendly Giant, and that's how I got involved with puppetry. I became interested in those puppets.
Right. And let me go over to wait a minute. I am DB.
Right, the Internet Movie Database.
Here it is. Here. Okay. Well, first question.
Yes.
Starting off, I forgot to show Angus Gobo.
Hey, let me see. Hey, Angus, look. Cameron has a gobo on the other side. A what? A gobo! Hi, Gobo.
Hey, Angus.
Wow, you look great. Fantastic. You look just like Gobo. Are you the real Gobo? That's what I thought. He's got the real Gobo there. Yes, I know. I can see. Hi, dance your cares away. Worries for another day. Can you do this, Gobo? And now add your hand. Papa.
Bye-bye.
Right on. Okay. So, did you say you had some questions?
Well, I was afraid of Junior Gorg.
Well, yeah. Most Fraggles are afraid of the Gorgs because they're so huge. They're giant monsters and they can step on us. They don't really want to hurt us. They just want to chase us out of the garden and they might accidentally step on us. We don't like that too much.
Do you like radishes?
Oh, I love radishes. They're my favorite food. How did you guess? Do you like radishes too? I knew it. That's a Fraggle's favorite food. Doozers make them and Fraggles eat them. And it's Gorgs that grow them in their garden for us.
Well, I was just telling you. Well, one of my favorite songs is Pass It On.
Okay, I don't think I know that one. How does it go?
Gonna pass it on.
Nice. Gonna pass it on.
And our humans call we call our humans silly creatures.
Yeah, silly creatures like this guy right here. You silly creature. And you've got a silly creature beside you too. His name's Cameron.
I know, we live in outer space.
Yep, outer space where everything is topsy-turvy and all strange and mysterious. Kind of fun though. I like some of the silly creatures.
Yeah, I'm a I'm a silly creature.
Yeah, you're a silly creature. And I'm a silly creature. Yeah.
All right.
What? What? Oh, I think you're right. Angus really has to go because he's late for an appointment. Bye, Gobo.
Bye, Angus.
Bye, Gobo. Bye, Cameron.
Bye.
And Cameron, I'm going to draw our interview to a close as well. Is there any last comment or question that you have for me before I sign off?
Oh yeah. What was it like working on Degrassi for Next Generation?
Ah, yes. Well, that's on my resume because I spent a day on the set. I was only there for one day. I played a character with a few lines. I was the driving instructor. And let me see if I can remember what I said. No, I can't even remember what I said. I just remember that my direction was to stand on the steps waiting impatiently for someone. Everyone was very nice. It's a very friendly crew and a very friendly cast. And I enjoyed my day on Degrassi.
Oh, I have a DVD copy of some here. Let's see. Here it is. How about this?
Wow. Is that the one that I'm in?
Yes.
My episode is on there?
Well, not really.
That's okay. The truth is, I was on Degrassi, gosh, it must be 15 years ago. So I can't remember it very clearly.
Well, the episode is Jane Says Part 1.
Jane Says part one. Maybe it's on YouTube or something. Have you looked there?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I.
All right. Let's see here. What was it like working on Alfredo Tomato?
I loved working on Alfredo Tomato. It was a university television course project by some young university students who needed a puppeteer to bring Alfredo Tomato to life. So there I was on the set with a bunch of young students. They were in their early 20s at this time. They're just learning about television, learning about filmmaking. And I came along and I hid under a table with my arm inside of a puppet. And Alfredo Tomato, he talked like this. That's who Alfredo was. And I think there's some pictures online, aren't there?
Maybe. Let's see here. What about Saving Hope? You got to be Dawn's lawyer.
Yep, I was Don's lawyer, and that was the same as Degrassi, where I was only there for one day. I had one scene, and I had a few simple lines of dialogue. I remember that we were sitting on a table at a table with some papers, and I can't remember what the dialogue was, but I remember saying something to this person and something to that person, and then it was over. I was just there for a short time. Same thing as Degrassi. Friendly cast, friendly crew, and I really enjoyed my time there.
All right. And what about Princess Sparkly Butt and
That
the Hot Dog Kid?
was a funny show. That was a independently produced movie made mostly in a green screen studio so that they could add space planet vistas afterwards. It's the story of a girl who has a robot and they go on an adventure in outer space. I was the robot, Safety Bear Sally.
Uh-huh. And the Magic Lantern, where you voice Carousel Man.
Yes. Now, the Magic Lantern was another university student project, but this time it was stop motion animation, and I just did the voice. I went into a recording studio and we recorded the voice of Carousel Man. I can't remember what that voice was, but I do have a 3D printed sculpture of the character's face. This isn't the one that was actually used in the movie, just a model, but this is what he looked like.
Oh, yeah.
Carousel Man. He was sort of a tall, lanky clown riding a merry-go-round.
All right. What about Eleanor Wonders Why?
Eleanor Wonders Why is a educational cartoon on PBS. It's for science. It's teaching kids about science. And all of the characters are young animal friends. I think Eleanor's a rabbit. Gosh, I can't remember what the animals are. My character is not a kid. My character is a grown-up. His name is Mr. Beaver. And he's a beaver, and he talks like this, and he teaches the kids all about wood pulp. Come on, I'll show you how to make wood pulp. That was my episode for that.
All right. What about D and Ace?
Ah, yes, that was a superhero cartoon, and I played a supervillain, the Dump King. I start out as a kindly janitor, and then I drink a potion that I find in a back alley, and I'm transformed into the Dump King. That was my time on D and Ace.
And How about Limbs, where you got to be the director in the short film?
Yeah, now I didn't actually direct that film. I was playing a character who was the director of a movie within a movie. And yet another student project. We have a film school. We have a couple of film schools here in Toronto. One of them's at Ryerson University. There's another one at George Brown, and they frequently use local professionals in some of their projects. So Limbs was a puppet show that they asked me to teach them puppetry, and I did. And then they gave me the role as a human. I'm a human in the movie. But spoiler alert, all of my scenes are on the cutting room floor. In the finished edit, I didn't make it in.
All right. What about Man Seeking Woman?
Man Seeking Woman is an American sitcom where me, Frank Meshkalite, and Fred Stinson were big furry monsters. So we had to stand outside in the forest wearing big, fat monster costumes. And all we had to do was stand there and move a little bit, kind of. They added our voice later. Different actors did the voice, and they added some facial movements later in post production, thanks to computer animation.
You got to be Pickle Pop.
That's me. I was Pickle Pop. He had a name, and my friend Catherine Greenwood was the voice of Pickle Pop.
Catherine Green. Okay. What about Beauty and the Beast?
I was the maitre d' in a high class restaurant. I helped the groom, or the star of the show, with some advice about champagne and his proposal. He's trying to hide the engagement ring in a glass of champagne.
Nice. What about Mayday?
That's a show all about airline disasters, real airline disasters. They recreate scenes of the pilots having trouble in the cockpit and so on, and intercut the scenes with interviews with the actual people. So the task of finding actors who look kind of like those people, that's the big job of Mayday. My job was not to be in a cockpit as a pilot, but to be home in my house coat, and the phone rings because I'm the designer of the airplane that's in trouble for this episode. So I'm looking through my blueprints to try to give them some advice on the machinery in the plane.
All right. What was it like working on The Case for Christmas, where you got to be Dr. Evans?
I loved that. I loved it because I was a witness for the prosecution on the witness stand, and I like to perform with Dean Cain, who used to be Superman back in I think the 90s.
All right. What about winning it? You got to be Dennis.
Yes, actually, that was a team effort. Another puppeteer named Matt Fickner and I were Dennis. He was the voice and the body, and I was helping him out with arms and legs. We were two puppeteers working one character, Dennis. That meant, because it's a regular human show, a lot of the trickery was all about finding a way that we could hide behind something or under something or inside something to bring Dennis to life.
You are Senator Jarvis in Casino Jack.
Yes. Now that's before Kevin Spacey started having all of his legal troubles, accusations leveled against him, and I don't know anything about any of that. Before that, he was still a respected movie star, and he starred in Casino Jack. And I had one scene with him in a Senate chamber. I was a senator. I had a paragraph about this long, which I don't know if you know what a screenplay typically looks like, but a paragraph this long is a big, meaty speech to learn, and I learned it.
All right. What about 1-800 Missing, where you got to be the pharmacy?
Yep, that was a night shoot. we didn't start working until 1 o'clock in the morning, and then we were there until 5 o'clock in the morning because we were using an actual drugstore as a location. So we had to work when they were closed all night. And my job was to be behind the counter dispensing pills for a desperate robber who's pointing a gun at me.
Uh-huh. Emily of New Moon.
Yes, that was a show that was being shot on Prince Edward Island many years ago. Oh gosh, that's over 20 years ago now. Emily of New Moon was the story of a young girl in a series of books by the same author as Anne of Green Gables, Emily of New Moon. I played a character for a show. It was the second to last episode, Thelonious Grand. I arrive in a horse on a horse-drawn carriage, and I'm a newspaper publisher all the way from New York. My first visit to Prince Edward Island. It's sort of a grand character. I wore a top hat, and I was steering a horse. It's kind of fun.
All right. You worked on the Trios TV show called Pirates.
Yes. Now that's a long time ago. That's also around 30 years ago or more. And that show hasn't really been seen very much. I don't think it lasted very long. I don't think it was very popular or very successful. But I was able to make it in Halifax with several of my friends who were also on the show. We were life-size puppets. We wore masks and a full-body costume. We had triggers in our gloves so that the mouth could open and close as we were walking around. It was sort of an interesting show, but it came and went very quickly.
You are Captain Super Serious in the show.
Yeah, I was the bratty kid on the other ship. There were two pirate ships. One of them, the good guy pirates, and the other one, the bad guy pirates. I was the bad guy pirate.
All right. Made in Canada. You got to
Yeah,
be Frank.
that's a sitcom that was also being shot in Nova Scotia. Rick Mercer was the star of that. And I played a puppeteer on the set of a children's television series. So again, it's another one of those things where it's a show inside of a show. An alligator. I had an alligator who the alligator had to walk the plank. That's what I remember.
Oh. What about Lex?
A science fiction series from Halifax, shot in the mid 90s. I was a utility crew member slash puppeteer. So I was various aliens, various robots, and various lizards and close-ups for hands. People need to push buttons, and there's a close-up of someone's hand doing it. I was there on second unit doing a lot of that kind of a work. But mostly I was puppeteer for robots and monsters.
Oh. What about Black Harbor?
That was a drama shot in Nova Scotia back in the mid 90s. Boy, it seems like Halifax was really quite busy back in the mid 90s, and it was. Black Harbor was a very dour drama about a woman who returns to her childhood home and has to cope with all kinds of things. And I was a young police officer showing up for a few episodes. Constable Doug.
Uh-huh. You did a special thanks for Cinema Vertil. The right.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Cinema the right. The right.
Cinema Verate. I'm not sure what that is. Let me see if I can look at IMDb and see what you are looking at here. IMDb. And MikePetersen. That's me. Winging It. Casino Jack. Missing Emily, Pirates. Lex, Black Harbor, Fraggle Rock. Yeah. No, I don't see what you're seeing, Cameron. I'm not sure how to answer that.
Well, just go into that right here.
After on mine, when I look at mine, below Black Harbor is Fraggle Rock.
Oh, cinema, Verite.
I don't know. Oh,
Oh, sorry about that.
that's okay.
You are the actor in Corker.
Oh, you're looking at my theater resume now. Oh, you're looking at my curriculum vitae. Yes, you're looking at my resume. Gotcha. Yep, Corker is a whoops. Where are you? I've lost you.
I'm right here.
Yep, there you are. Corker is a stage play written by Wendy Lill, who is a playwright, lives in Nova Scotia, a politician as well as a playwright. And she wrote this show about an autistic guy, and I was the brother of the autistic guy.
And you are on the documentary right now in 1999.
Yes, I have never seen that documentary, but it was all about Wendy and her various activities. I think it was part of a campaign for her politics.
All right. Well, to wrap this up, we got some things coming up now. Are there any guests here that were coming up now or be upcoming next week? Hmm. Mike,
Yes,
are there any guests upcoming next week
on your show.
on my show?
I don't know. Do you have people lined up on your show?
Not really.
I see. Well, are you in touch with any other puppeteers or television makers?
I was interviewing puppeteers, animators, and voice actors.
Who else have you spoken to in the past?
Pat Fry, the voice of Caillou's dad on Caillou.
Nice.
It was on the first episode of my show.
I wonder if Terry Angus, who made my Fraggle, would be interested in being on your show. Would you like me to ask him for you?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll ask him for you. I can't make any promises, but maybe he'll come on.
All right. What was Terry Angus's email address?
Well, I won't say that on the recording. I'll email it to you privately. I've got your email address. I'll email Terry's email address to you.
What was Terry's phone number?
I won't say that on the recording either. I'll give you Terry's email address. That's what I'll do.
All right. Well, Mike, thank you so much for having me today. Is there
I
anything else you'd like to say?
I would like to say hello to Cameron's audience. It's been a pleasure answering questions and visiting with Angus. And Cameron, I wish you all the best for your future podcasts.
All right. Well, I just want to say goodbye to Angus.
Okay. Bye, Cameron.
Bye. Until next time, bye, Angus. Until next time, peace.
Peace. Okay. Well, Cameron, I'm gonna hang up now, and I'll email you Terry Angus's email address. Okay.